I'm back.
BigGuyTreadmillReview.com. I'm Big Mike with Big Guy Treadmill Reviews. Hi, this is Big Mike with Big Guy Treadmill Reviews, and today we're going to talk about the Sole F80, and this is the newest version, which will have all of the new upgraded console, if you will. Let's start with a few of the specs. This becomes really easy with Sole, which is kind of cool out of the box. They have a lot of these stickers. That's because they're commonly found in retail spaces like Dick's Sporting Goods, right? This is the big place where you're going to find this. You've got a 22 by 60 inch belt. This is something that we've noticed since we plugged it in. It does have a retail mode, and let me just go through and turn that off right now before I go into anything else. It's a little obnoxious. There is a way of turning it off. I figured it out. Go into guest, and when you go up here, you can go to settings. In settings, sleep mode is on retail out of the box. Turn it to off if you don't want to hear anything. Now, again, I'm guessing. I haven't done this. In my mind, that must turn that off. So I'm going to leave this back alone because I have a method to my madness. We're going to go back to specs. Okay, so anyway, that distraction is crazy. So again, 22 wide by 60, so you have a big walking surface. You've got a big roller as well, 2.5 inch roller. One of the things that I did notice that's different since last time we reviewed this, and this was one of our better treadmills, warranty went down. So it went to a 3-year parts warranty instead of 5, and it went to a 1 year on labor. I don't know if that's indicative of issues they were having and they don't want to cover it for the amount of length. It also could mean that maybe this base's model is changing in the next 3 years, right? And they don't want to be holding on to parts for a long time. So they're trying to phase it out. Again, making assumptions, there's nothing, in stone there. Getting on it, it's a low step up, feels nice. I'm going to go back and jump off because I just realized, let's show the fold feature. It is a folding treadmill. With that said, folds up very easily. It's still a big footprint when you fold it. This is a massive piece. It is heavy, it is very substantial, and when it is folded up, my opinion is that it's not appetizing to the eye. Is that a nice way of saying that? I don't necessarily think that this looks good to me. It looks too bulky and robotic. But bringing it down, it is cool having the feature here for the folding. I'm not stepping on anything, but I am going to just use my hand up here, bring it down. Oh, and yeah, it comes down nice and neatly. I had to do it a second time. There is a little pin there. I didn't pull it hard enough, so that's my fault. But it comes down nice and soft as we would assume it would on the hydraulic. Really cool. So let me jump up on it and let's get into a few things here. This is where all the difference is since last model. A lot of these guys are going to the same type of design. It looks very Peloton-y. And not to give Peloton all the credit here, but it is amazing how much you see this from the big brands, the Soles, the Nordic Track, Proform. This design is everywhere now, and Peloton absolutely did it first on their second version of their treadmill. So not to throw too much shade at anything here, but this is very, very bulky and plasticky and kind of in your face. There's a lot of buttons, a lot of confusion potentially for some people. You have these big paddles. We'll see how they work right now. I'm going to go ahead and go into the guest account. This is a built-in technology, right? It's going to be very much based on you using the Sole app, and it's going to go through a lot of different things. I see a lot of things grayed out that probably won't work unless you actually pay for it. That's very typical of these types of brands. They're always trying to get you on a membership. From what we know in the past, Sole's membership is more reasonable than the Nordic Tracks and the Pelotons. It is a little bit cheaper, but again, I won't go too much into the electronics portion of things. It's more about the function of the weight capacity. So let's go ahead and hit start. There's also a start button here, which we could have used, but I wanted you to see it on the screen. We've got some quick speeds. We've got quick speeds on the right. We've got incline on the left, clearly labeled. Should be as simple as just pushing the button. And we go up to 2. Starts very slow and safe, which is nice. When I'm on it like this, this does feel kind of away from me. So it's kind of nice to not have it like, I always hug the front. I know a lot of people do that, but let me go ahead and crank this up on the incline. We're going to go to 15. Folding treadmills, inclines aren't always the best with folding because of the folding feature, right? Usually when you have a built-in or a full solid piece that's non-folding, you're going to see a better incline motor. But let me crank this up a little bit, just get a feel for it. Right now, I've got no skipping, and I'm at 2. As you can see, very basic here, and I'm going to go through charts. I don't see anything populating here. This might be part of the membership. There's a track, so that's not too bad. This incline is pretty steep. It's still going. I can hear it. And it's pretty quiet, but it does feel like it's increasing in speed as it's going up. Whoa, hey, that's super weird. It was going, okay, when you're at full incline, it's like my weight is pulling it down, and it's literally going way faster than 2. Okay, sorry. You got a real reaction out of that, I suppose. I don't like having to lean on this. It's not chintzy feeling, don't get me wrong, but you have to lean to go over here. I'm kind of like hovering over. I want to get this down to a reason. You know what? Let me just go all the way down. We'll start over. Let me use these paddles at least for this. But okay, that felt a little unsafe to me. I would hardcore say I did not expect that. The reason why I wanted to bring it all the way up, which I don't always do in my reviews, is I heard it has a really good incline for a folding treadmill, right? And then as I'm doing it, I'm going into like a 5.0 sprint because my weight is dragging the belt. So it shouldn't be like that. It's too high of an incline then, is my opinion on it. But credit to the belt for being really slippery. So that's nice. Okay, let me get back on and just do this because I want to mess with these paddles. This is kind of a new thing. I'm going to fire on the fan, which, where's it coming from? Oh, they adjust. But they're, okay, the fan's on, but it's blowing up. And I'm pushing these down, and it's not giving me an angle to hit me. So the fan is blowing here, and I'm here. So, and there's only 2. It's fans on, fans off. Okay, sorry. I'm going to keep going. I'm a little flustered by that because all these things come like as I get on it for the first time. Our guy builds it. I eat sub sandwiches, drink sodas, and I ran out of soda, and I have water. And then I just have to deal with things as I experience them, which is the whole point, right? Now, again, let me just say this. It feels great. It really does. This is it's not wobbling. It's really, really durable. And I'm liking that. This paddle's kind of cool, right? I mean, it's going up 1/10 at a time. When it goes up, you know you pushed it because it turns red on the screen. I'm going to go ahead and just give myself 2 incline. Incline turns green. So you have a difference there, so you know whether you're hitting. The heart rate has like a really weird design to it. You have to kind of hunch forward, but so if you were running, this heart rate is completely impractical. But then again, it kind of is the case with heart rates. You should wear a heart rate chest strap if you want accuracy. You know what? Hey, I feel like my opinion of the Sole F80, right? Let me jump on right now, do a little bit of a run. I want to get a little bit more of a feel when I'm at a faster pace, because that's where we can actually see it skip with how hard I thud. The thing that's, okay. Let's go back into it. It isn't as unfriendly as past models that I've been on. I know that sounds like weird to say. It's not like the best sentence, but I've been on models where you almost can't figure out how to actually turn it on because you have to go through all these prompts. There is less prompting. You've got the sticker here. It's going to consistently remind you, hey, download the free app, which is always funny how they word things. The app is absolutely free. The membership is not. So I'm going up to 5.0. Not bad. Really kind of stomping, and it's just carrying me. Wow. Okay. we'll put a laser on it. Our guy will put a laser on it. It didn't feel like 5.0, and I know I'm not in the type of shape to tell you how fast something's going, but that felt like a 4 to me for a lot of the other ones that I get on. Didn't feel like a 5.0, but it did feel smooth, and it was pulling me very well, and I was stomping, and there was no skipping, and it's very quiet. Got to give it that. The incline is a big deal, right? And if I may, I just had this weird thought while I was on it, is like, customer service is a big thing, right? I'm obsessing over the warranty sticker, right? I just look and I'm like, oh, all the stickers are the same. And then I go over here and I see this 3 year parts, 1 year labor. And I think the price didn't go down. Why is my warranty worse, right? Okay, so finishing thoughts, and I'm really drawn back to when I was at that incline, right? And what we call a runaway belt, right? We had this in the past with some brands, right? Again, it was fixed by these brands. Like Landice had this when you go up to a certain incline, and then the belt basically feels like it's running away. Your weight is dragging past the speed you want to be at. It is unsafe. I am confident that Sole could fix that. But you do want to be just aware of these types of things, right? We want representation. You can physically go into a Dick's Sporting Goods, right? You can complain to an actual person. You can actually talk to somebody from Sole that works here in the US or whatnot. They are a US based company, even though this is a Taiwanese brand overall, but they have offices here in the US, right? And if I were throwing shade, some brands don't. OMA Fitness does not have any offices here in the United States, right? California Fitness, another online brand, it's a PO box, right? They don't have a physical address in California. So where do you go if you have issues like this, right? I have 3 years on parts, I have 1 year on labor, right? I can go to Dick's Sporting Goods or wherever where I bought this. If I got it online, I can call Sole. I hope they can fix that issue, because to me, that is a big deal. I literally only walk at an incline, and I can't walk at an incline on this treadmill without sprinting. And that doesn't make any sense. So that is my big issue with this in this review, and my little bit of shade to some of the other things. Customer service is really important. We want that. And these guys do have a track record of customer service. There's a reason why they're found in the big box stores, right? They are pretty good when it comes to that. I won't always say that, because if you read down the reviews, you're going to have some nightmare stories. That just happens, right? But in general, I do think that this treadmill ticks enough of the boxes for me to say that this is a decent treadmill. I really do like some aspects of it. The price point's decent. I don't know that you're getting a top end treadmill. Just know you're not getting it. This is not a commercial piece or anything like that. But you know, it felt soft enough. It feels powerful enough. And as long as if you don't want those features of like a membership, you can get enough of use out of this console. It's not really in your face as a lot of other brands are. So again, now I ask for you to do me a favor, hit that like and subscribe, hit that thumbs up, let us know how we're doing. We really appreciate all the support and you taking the time to actually listen to my review of this, listen to me ramble, whatnot. I'm Big Mike with Big Guy Treadmill Reviews. Thank you so much. Comment below saying I subscribed, and we will do our best to reply to every comment.